June 16th, Woodbury 10 at 6 p.m. Go see the full Paprika series.
You're listening to this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. It would greatly benefit the show.
I'm in a pink cider mood, so.
God, I cannot get that song out of my head for like 6 months now. Oh my God.
Hey, do you have a 4-year-old that likes that song?
No.
Do you have a 4-year-old that dances to that song?
No.
Yeah. Do you know what K-pop Demon Hunter is?
Yes, I have a niece.
There you go. Did you go to see the live action or the theatrical present? Yes, the sing along. A movie that I watched at home on Netflix that I tried to introduce to my kids a month before the thing happened because I had heard it was becoming a thing. And then it became a thing. Then we paid money to go watch it in the movie theater that we could have watched at home.
Right, that's true. But you gave your kids the whole experience. That's nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, of course. I'm a responsible father.
Hello and welcome to Movie Beaters with the Farx brothers. I'm Kirk.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Nick.
And we're joined with professional creative Ash Webb. This is the spoilers for The Count of Monte Cristo.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And so
back to the chess piece that came back around.
Thank you. Good job.
Go ahead, Ash.
I like
you
that
can,
this close
you can
so
spoil it. Yeah.
Can I touch more during
Sure.
the show?
Go ahead.
Why don't you guys say that for the sauna?
Sauna.
Sauna.
I know it's dumb to have an infrared sauna.
I don't think it's dumb. I think it's beautiful. You guys like to hang out in the sauna together with
watch a
towels
movie.
and have movie night, popcorn.
No, they don't eat
Not
in there. We
Share your
drink.
secrets.
We're not.
Can you eat in there? I haven't tried that.
Yeah, I definitely have eaten.
Oh my
What
God!
do you
when
eat
your
in there?
How would you even digest? I would feel like,
Well, it's better because it's all heated up and it's like,
really? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
So cold pizza,
idea.
cold pizza would probably be better in there.
You can eat more.
Yeah.
You're processing where you can eat the bacon cheeseburger, and it's just out. You just sweat it out.
Honestly,
Would you guys rather be too hot or too cold?
Too hot.
Too hot. I hate the cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, have you asked this of lots of folks, and specifically those that come
Sort
from
of.
hotter climates would rather be cold?
Well, okay. If it's like a little hot where I'm uncomfortable versus a little cold where I'm uncomfortable, I'd rather be too hot. But if it is so hot that I could pass out from a heat stroke versus so cold I could get hypothermia, then I'd be too cold. So it depends how extreme we're going.
Heat stroke.
Really? But that's scary because you're getting faint. You're like losing control. Like
The other one's much worse.
Yeah, I
it's
hate
a much
the
more
cold a
painful
lot
death.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some. Okay, never mind.
So somewhat.
I can't make the joke because it's rolling. It's too risky. When the cameras are off, I'll tell you a joke
sure.
I thought of. But we live in delicate times right now.
Okay.
And
Is it offensive? Because why is it offensive? Tell me why it's offensive.
I mean, we just have hard cut where we all laugh at how bad the joke was.
if I say no, the joke is hilarious.
yeah. No, I mean
If
like
I
how
say
offensive
why
the
it's
joke
offensive,
was.
then I'm giving away the
Oh.
joke.
Have you not watched Neighbors?
Whoa, that
2
was so
Sorority
offensive.
Row?
My God, we can't put that on air.
Yeah, no, we can't. Are you going to?
No, of course not.
I've had to just
I
to be
didn't think it
fair.
was that bad of a joke.
To be fair, I've had to have my stuff cut out. I've seen stuff.
I cut out next stuff.
Don't say
Okay.
Ben Shapiro. Don't say.
I had to prep myself before coming on here because I was like, okay, I got to make sure that I have somewhat of a filter because sometimes I just like say really vulgar, inappropriate, very, very offensive.
Movie baiters with the Farx brothers.
Yeah, we're explicit. for a
This is the
reason.
conversation that I wish I would have been old enough to have in a bar after having seen it in 2002. In case someone's watching just the spoiler segment and not the non-spoiler where I talked about how I saw it when it came out in January.
Oh, yeah. 4 months after 9/11.
Correct.
Okay.
So you don't like Guy Pearce? Like I had like this movie tainted Guy Pearce for me for his
Wow.
entire career.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean he's just a great actor, though, if it made you not...
Well, yeah.
He's
Every
so
time.
good at playing that character.
Well, so have you seen Memento?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So like I went like, but he's a bad guy, and then I had to accept him as a good guy, and I know that's dumb.
His snarl, his like lip snarl in the Count of Monte Cristo, they're like
he made me
so good.
so much.
Also, am I the only one who had to turn on the subtitles when the damn chick was talking?
No, I had
whatever her
to
name
turn on
is.
the subtitles,
I could not
yeah.
understand her. Like, what was she saying? I had to turn on subtitles every scene Mercedes, that's her name, every scene Mercedes was in. please, Edmund is innocent. Oh,
She's wearing a
please,
corset.
So that impeded her from acting?
What are you saying?
Yeah. Like, were you wearing a corset?
Her voice was so mumbly and breathy and hard to understand.
Maybe she had just got done telling a joke.
Why are you defending her? You have a thing for her? No. But her voice was so hard to understand. When she'd say, "Oh, like," it's so hard. And everybody else in the movie like enunciated a lot because it was kind of that old-timey talk or whatever.
You got an Australian and an American.
But like they were enunciating, I feel like.
Because Guy Pearce is Australian.
Yeah, but what's the old-timey talk? Is it the transatlantic?
Transatlantic?
Yeah, when they
no, but
pronounce...
that's more like, on the news, we're talking like this.
Okay, then I'm talking,
British.
okay, you know in the show The Brady Bunch or like Leave It to Beaver, when like actors were like they
That was the
enunciated
transatlantic.
more.
Oh, actually, no, that's not transatlantic. But I know what you're talking about. Like everything is super.
It's not newsy, but it's just like, I can't believe you told him that. I'm going to tell Mother right away.
Every little thing is like
It's
hit
almost
really
like
hard.
you're British.
Like staccato?
But yeah, maybe.
Okay.
But okay. No, I liked spoilers. So at the end of the movie, Mondego opens up the treasure chest at like his parents' estate in Bouchon where he had the treasure sent to, but he doesn't know that Monte Cristo like intercepted it, right? With his like smuggler friends. So he opens it up and there's just the king's chess piece. And the reason why I like that moment so much is because that's when like that symbol of success turned into like a slight. And so it became a backhanded thing. Because I remember originally thinking, why didn't he put a pawn in it? Because Napoleon told him in one of the first scenes of the movie, in this life, we are all either kings or pawns. And I thought it would have been great to give Mondego a pawn to show him that, like, I've won.
Right.
But...
It's a debate show. Oh, sorry. Debate yourself, please.
But then I realized I like that he gave him the king because Mondego gave Edmund the king when he's about to get arrested. And I also realized... there's such a mirror between those two scenes. In the scene in Mondego's house before Edmund gets arrested, when he goes, help me, they're gonna arrest me for treason or whatever, it's not my fault. He realizes that Mondego framed him, right? And they're doing a sword fight and Edmund's a shitty sword fighter, right, at this point. And Mondego does a move where Edmund ends up losing his sword. And what I love is that later on, I didn't even realize till the second time I saw the movie, but Edmund does the same move on Mondego where within the first 5 seconds, Mondego loses his sword. That's exactly what happened before. Right. And then they repeat a lot of other lines, like the whole, why are you doing this? It's complicated. Like there's a lot of...
But the sun is there.
And then the sun comes in though. But like there are a lot of dialogues that make it full circle. Even when Mondego's like, why are you doing this? And Edmund says, I'm a count, not a saint. Like when he asked the priest, why are you doing
mercy?
this?
Yeah,
I'm a priest, not a saint. So he kind of took that from the priest too.
This does have heists. This does have swashbuckling. It has a prison movie, prison escape. It has romance, revenge.
It's also funny.
Yeah.
I love when in prison the priest is saying like, promise me when you get out of here, you'll use the treasure for good. Only for good. And then it's such a sad moment because he's dying that if your friend is dying, your only friend in prison, you would think that you would just say, yes, of course, I'll use it for good, right?
Yeah.
And then Edmund just, no, but he's dying. And then it's like this beautiful moment of like, just use it for good. And Edmund cuts him off. No, surely I will use it for my revenge. And it's like, I thought that was so comical because there's a juxtaposition between the mood at that point.
Right,
It's so beautiful. And then, no, surely I will use it for my revenge. Like, how can you not? It's funny.
Yeah, be nice to the poor dying man in your arms. Yeah,
right. And then
sense.
or the very last scene of the movie where they're at the Chateau d'If and Edmund is like, I was gonna buy this place and tear it down, but now I'm walking off with all the people I love. And then Mercedes, and the son walk, and the smuggler Jacobo like trails behind. And in my head, I always thought, I don't know if like the director, they probably didn't mean it to be funny, but I always found humor in that he's saying, everyone I care about is now leaving this island with me. And Jacobo is like so far behind them at the end of the movie that I think, well, because he's not part of the family, like did they just leave him on the island? I thought
Jacobo came. Jacobo got on the boat.
I know, but like, doesn't the funny part of your brain think like, how cool would that be if there was like a 10 years later sketch and it's like Jacopo is stuck at the Chateau Deep this whole time? Like,
well, you know what happens to Jacopo 2 years later? Sorry?
Plotting his own revenge on Edmund?
yeah.
Again, where this movie was seminal for me and then fucked me up on a lot of people for like going forward. Yeah. Luis Guzman, Jacobo.
Okay.
So do you remember him in Dodgeball?
He was in Dodgeball?
He was in Dodgeball?
I'm pretty sure.
No, he's not in Dodgeball.
What am I thinking of that came like shortly after, where he plays like a goofy kind of.
Oh! Was he in a Disney movie?
Could have been. He's prolific. Luis Guzman, just to be clear.
Yeah. But did he play like an elf in a Disney movie?
Yes, I think he definitely played an elf in a Disney movie.
He's in funny stuff.
Yeah, he's usually funny, but he's playing an imposing person. So it's again, it's like, weird. Okay, I'm introduced to you as this like tough guy who could beat up Jesus, and then you're a goofy guy most of the time I see you, and sometimes threatening, very, very infrequently.
Right. Yeah, but I don't know. I think also because so many parts of the movie were kind of hard to watch, like when he's being tortured in prison. I think
Mrs. Farx was in the room and she was like, "What's with this movie's so torturous?" And I was like, "Oh, but he gets back into all these people later."
Okay, but still, some parts of the movie are so incredibly sad and infuriating to watch that I think it made the kind of funny parts in the movie hilarious. Because there is such a juxtaposition between the two.
That's how movies in the 90s and 2000s were more often.
That's why it made me laugh.
Like, do you remember movies 25 to 30 years ago? There was like a different thing. They looked more like movies, and they could probably agree with me at least on this because more of them were shot on film. Okay. And then there's just the way movies were, they felt theatrical.
Yeah.
Whereas they don't now.
Well, and the
much.
Music too. I feel like a lot of effort. The second time I watched this movie, I went to my parents' house last week, and I actually watched it with my dad. And my dad has actually lost like almost all of his vision. He's for all intents and purposes, practically blind.
Yeah.
So he couldn't see the Count of Monte Cristo. He told me it felt like he was watching like a radio show, but I wanted to like spend time watching a movie with him. But it's interesting because I would pause the movie every so often and I would say, "Hey Dad, the sun just came in," because he can hear, but I'd kind of explain things to my dad. And he told me, he said that he could tell by the music. I think it was the scene when Villefort, the chief prosecutor, who's
the names is impressive.
I couldn't remember any of them.
The actors' names. But,
yeah, that's how they are to me.
The one who sends Edmund to prison. And he conspires with Mondego.
The guy who puts the gun in his mouth thinking, all right.
Yeah,
Like, what's worse, giving the guy a gun to kill himself or making him think that he would have?
And then it's a blank. I love that. But, yeah, because originally he's going to let Edmund go because he's like, "You're innocent. You don't even know how to read. You didn't know." But then the second he says, "Who were you going to deliver the letter to?" And Edmund says, "Clarion," and that's the father of this guy.
Yeah.
He realizes he needs to protect himself.
Because his father's a problem for him.
Right.
Yeah.
So then when he's like, "Why don't you go in my carriage?" Anyway, that's the scene where my dad said, "Yeah, even though I couldn't see," and he said he couldn't even hear the part that well, he could hear the music, and he knew by the shift in music that not only something ominous was happening, because I think it's easy to convey primary emotions. It's easy to have music that conveys anger, sadness, joy. It's harder to make music that conveys shame, guilt, like those tougher, more like layered emotions. And my dad could tell that there was like a sense of like intrigue and like suspicion the music sounded. And so it just made me realize, like, I paid attention more to the music as I watched the rest of the movie. And I thought, wow, if somebody was blind and they could only hear the music, if you just listen to the whole soundtrack of The Count of Monte Cristo, 2002 version, I feel like you could understand, like, okay, there's a birthday party going on right now. Okay, now somebody's feeling ashamed. Okay, now, like, the music conveys so much more than primary emotions, which movies today, you get like 3 types of songs. You get the success song at the end of the movie. You get like the sad song, or like when the main character is realizing something. And then you might get like the opening credits song. All the other songs seem to be filler songs. They don't even really like, but the Count of Monte Cristo, it's like they had a whole orchestra. Every single note was like dialogue. And I thought that was really good how they did it. Like, did they win an award for the music?
No.
Because they should have.
Because the movie came out in January. They wasn't going to get
It's like
anything.
they didn't win anything.
Oh, okay. All right. 4 months after 9/11. I
The
saw
movies that come out in January, it's the movies that come out in the corridor between the end
know.
of September to...
for the Oscars, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, that reminds me. I saw a stand-up comedian in New York once who was telling 9/11 jokes.
On 9/11?
It was actually close to 9/11, and he was really funny. And I was like the only person who laughed in the audience, and a lot of people walked out of his show.
Oh,
but
that's
anyway,
too bad, I suppose.
yeah, risky in New York City near the
Yeah.
anniversary to
I
have your
Close.
whole set based on 9/11.
9/11.
But but this guy.
Do you remember seeing movies the year following? Does anyone
No,
remember?
because I don't
it
keep
followed the
9/11 in the
Spider-Man
back
movie
of my
that year.
I
mind.
wasn't here a lot the year after 9/11. I was in 4th grade, and my parents kept sending me out on planes. They wanted me to get over my fear of terrorists.
Okay.
No,
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Were your parents Guy Pearce and a female Guy
They're
Pearce?
like, our kids need exposure therapy. After 9/11, you are all going on airplanes, and you're going to sit by strangers.
And stop the terrorists. Yeah.
No, I don't remember movies after 9/11.
I think you're a little bit younger than me because I watched your millennials. I know you didn't write it, but the sketch where are you a millennial and you're a not millennial because you're slightly too. I assume
Right.
you remember the thing you were in, but
I was
you might
cast
not.
too young for that, though.
You were. What do you mean?
I was like 27 in that sketch, but I was supposed to play like an
16?
18 or
Yeah.
16-year-old. There's so many comments on that video that I had to stop reading at one point because it made me like want to die.
Oh.
There are so many comments of like, who would cast this girl as a 16-year-old? She looks like she's 35. And I'm like, hey, I
Dang.
was 27 in that, chill. But like people were just being hyperbolic and
Yeah, but they casted like 30-year-olds as 16-year-olds
I know,
all the
and
time.
clearly
so.
it's a joke. I'm
Yeah.
not really supposed to look
Yeah.
16.
You're not like adult women at the sleepover in sleepovers when you're gay, so you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the mom?
Well, no, but like you're all playing children, right? Or
Oh,
like teens.
Right. And we're all in our 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
But
That's how TV works, kids. Until there's real kids on Abbott Elementary. There's at least that.
okay, I want to ask. Let's go around. Okay. Yes or no? Did you cry or even tear up at all during the Count of Monte Cristo 2002 version?
No.
I didn't tear up.
What?
Did your eyes
You
well
felt
at all?
emotions?
Oh well, no, but I felt so, like it got. I could feel when he was getting tortured and stuff, and like in jail.
It's only
Okay.
because it turns you on.
What makes you? Oh my God! Is this what you guys do in the sauna?
Watch torture?
Sauna! Are you trying to torture
Sauna. No, I think they're trying to torture you.
Who?
You're sauna boys.
Sauna
That's
Boys.
what you guys are. You're the sauna boys. That should be the name of your podcast.
K-pop Demon Hunter's greatest fear, the Sauna Boys.
Oh
the
my
Soulja
God.
Boys in
Yeah.
And you
K-pop
guys just come out all dripping in sweat
Oh.
with your little tropical
towels
swimsuits
wrapped
on.
around us. Yeah. Like a towel over my shoulders.
Oh
and-
my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
But what makes you cry more in movies? Really sad moments or those like really joyous moments when like,
Neither.
Oh, both. I'll go both.
Oh, I can tell
The
you what
real
it is.
sad moments for me.
see, for some reason I can't cry in sad moments. I cry in the moments like when Edmund is like to read and write or when he's like,
Hope makes
he
you cry.
believes in you. Yes. Or
Tears of joy. I
even
assume.
like in the Avengers, like when a bunch of people come, when all the underdogs come together. Okay, they're not the underdogs, but in a different movie. When Dodgeball, when all the underdogs come together and win, oh my God, it's like a David and Goliath moment, right?
Well, I mean, God was on David's side. I'm just saying.
No. But what, David was the little speedy one, right?
It does. It is the common way to use that analogy.
Wait, so you're saying David only beat Goliath because he had God?
Because God was on his side. Yeah, that's what the Christians believe
so
about
his victory is less.
But what about his
impactful?
speed and agility?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with David's speed and agility. It's that he put his faith in God, and then he aimed and hit the giant in the Goliath.
This is why I'm not religious, because you can't take credit for anything you accomplish, and you blame everything else on the devil.
So the whole story of David and Goliath is pointless then.
No, he does get to take credit because he had the ability,
but God is on his side.
But that's
he chose to do it.
No, it was
in spite
his
of
choice to believe.
He had to choose to believe and then choose to do it because.
Okay, there's a spectrum though. I have met people who work really, really hard in life and also believe in God.
Yeah.
And then I have met people who don't work hard, and you say, hey, what are you going to do how are you trying to get a job? And they say, oh, I'm praying to Jesus. And you're like, but are you also sending out applications and networking? No, I don't need to because I'm praying. I've met those people too. So there's a spectrum. And even for non-religious people, there's that spectrum too.
Yes, kind of like how this isn't a religious movie, although it's probably influenced by the time the book was written. The church would have heavily influenced what was coming out in 1844.
And I will actually say, I watched this movie years ago, 5 years ago when I saw it in a church, just because one of my friends invited me, and she said they're playing this movie, The Count of Monte Cristo. It's like the greatest story ever told. And I was like, will there be snacks? And she said, yeah.
Wait, they said the greatest story ever told would be
the Count of Monte Cristo.
And not the story of Jesus at a church?
Yeah.
They fucked that up.
Yeah, it was a church.
Sorry,
it was a church in Northeast Minneapolis. They were like, greatest story ever told. They would pause the movie every 20 minutes and talk about how the
Jesus
scene
Christ
relates to a verse in the Bible or whatever. Some of it felt a little forced. Some scenes I'm like, was that you could do that with anything. You could pick anything and be like, well, in a way.
Ash, when this movie came out, I was reading Focus on the Family website plugged in, and specifically would read about the religious connection section of, well, does this popular piece of media reinforce our version of Christianity that Dr. James Dobson, who's advocating for a war, after being dead, that he would support, and this movie scored very high. So I'm just saying, I have this context. I know you're correct, and I love it.
Some parts really did, but I think something similar is like with horoscopes.
Oh yeah. Well,
okay.
Yeah.
Now I don't believe in horoscopes, but that's only because I'm an Aries and we don't believe in. No, I'm kidding. But
are you an Aries?
Yeah.
God of war?
But I don't act. Huh?
Nope.
Isn't that what it is?
No.
What is it?
Not even the same spelling.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But I don't actually look up horoscopes or anything. But I'm saying something that irks me is some people are into horoscopes, and when they first meet me, after talking for 5 minutes, they'll be like, oh my gosh, are you a fire sign? And I'll be like,
are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I hate when these horoscope people are right. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, okay, yeah, you are totally a fire sign. And in my head, I'm thinking, what? Because I'm outgoing, it means I'm come on. You could, if someone was really shy and they said they were a fire sign, they're like, yeah, like the quiet embers. They'll find any way to relate.
Well, it's kind of like how when he and I talk about a movie, and this literally happened today.
In the sauna?
No, it was unfortunately over text. In a message, like a group message with him.
No, they saw the movie in theaters.
We saw a movie in theaters.
And then you talked about it.
And then we argued about it at length.
In the sauna.
All day. We would argue in the sauna and have. Trying to get to the point is that I will always defend a movie, and he will always continue to pick nits.
Even if it's a shitty movie?
You don't always defend a movie. I'm the one who was okay with Scream 7, and you
really
say it's the worst thing you've seen.
True.
But you also like Night Swim, so I don't like.
God, Night Swim's terrifying. Oh my God, I can't even talk. Oh my God. Okay, change the subject. I'm gonna get nightmares.
Is it the water that bothers you, or the hatred of Asians, or
the hatred of Asians?
Excuse me. They kill all the Asians at the beginning.
Oh.
Me and my mother are Filipinos, okay?
I caught that. I tracked it. When is AAPI month again? Is that what it is? AAPI?
Yeah, it's this month. It's May.
Yeah, it's AAPI month. I hope this is coming out this month. Is May 8 or is it June?
It's May.
We're recording this in May, but it might come out in June. So yeah, please check if this this is how I found out that you count as AAPI. Is it?
I don't know the official.
It feels like you're saying appy. Is that did you find out?
No, I texted my mom. I asked her if she likes Asians.
Oh.
In what sense?
Because she's Filipino.
But Pacific Islander. Because the Philippines are in the Pacific Islands.
Right.
AAPI.
But my mom and I have inside jokes where, she can make fun of Filipinos, Filipino Asians, because she is Filipino Asian.
Yeah.
So sometimes I send her text messages that are like kind of mean but funny.
I've seen two things on Netflix this week.
Yeah.
So popular media talking about Filipinos and nursing. Is this something you're aware of?
Oh yeah. So
okay.
many Filipinos are either nurses or karaoke all-stars. That's like they love a karaoke machine.
Do you speak the language? Is it Telugu?
Tagalog.
Tagalog. Sorry.
Telugu.
No, but I know a song in Tagalog.
Telugu.
That my mom taught
I heard
me.
that.
You put a K at the end of that, you jerk.
Telugu?
Yeah, that was racist.
I'm not in Vietnam.
No, okay,
whoa.
so is it a stereotype that Filipinos are nurses and love karaoke? Yes, but when I asked my mom, is it true? Yeah. So like it's a but like, yeah, they do. That's true.
Can I tell you a stereotype I have about the Count of Monte Cristo?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like only high school nerd girls that were into it. I know no one else.
Wait, that surprises me because it seems like a very stereotypical boyish movie.
I agree. I agree that would be the case. It was not for.
But Henry Cavill isn't even like
legal
in that movie yet. Like
I'm
you
sorry.
can't.
Okay.
That's how I thought of him too.
Wait. Okay, but teenage girls. Okay, so they're like the same age as him.
No,
Because
but
as an adult woman, I can't fawn over how sexy Henry Cavill is because he's like 16 years old.
you can.
In the movie.
No one's gonna. How is someone gonna turn you in now? Put you in 13 years
Of
of
course,
prison.
you're going to defend this, Mr. Lizzie
Yeah.
McGuire.
Oh. Pregnant Lizzie
Watch,
McGuire.
what segment was that in? I don't even know. That's not in this segment, but.
Yeah, that's interesting that young girls. I don't even think I would have understood the movie when I was a 13-year-old girl because of terminology, like words they say. So Napoleon being exiled. Like I feel like as a 13-year-old, it is kind of a mature movie. The Count of Monte Cristo.
Elif explained to me how the ending was different and how she found it more poignant the way it is in the book versus the movie because it's a greater chasm that Edmund has to cross emotionally to and see, I haven't spoiled the book. I haven't spoiled the book.
I really want to read. Wait, is the book like a 700-page book?
Yeah, it's
It's
really
a lot
long.
longer.
It does seem like it seems like a Lawrence of Arabia type of story. Where
Well,
it just
like
goes.
dudes were reading Lord of the Rings. Chicks were reading Count of Monte Cristo. That's my
really?
recollection of high school.
In your small town?
Yeah.
Was this the town that you walked to the movie theater in?
Yeah. Well, it's not the same town. So neighboring, it's kind of like the Twin Cities, where there's a canal in between. Instead of the Mississippi, it was a canal. And so I lived in the town next to where I went to high school. And the only theater playing the Count of Monte Cristo was in my town, not the town where I went to high school. Which
Okay.
also had 2 movie theaters, and my town had 1.
Oh.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. I would have been 9 years old when the Count of Monte Cristo came out.
I now know how much older than you I am. I'm 5 years older than you.
So no one was,
Going to the movies on their own.
yeah, when they were 9. So maybe that's why you had an experience where people were reading the book and talking about it. Like,
Oh,
How
yeah.
did you even get in? What rating is it? Isn't it like?
PG-13.
Oh.
because
I was
what grade
14.
were you in when it came out?
Oh, you're
8th grade.
14. Oh.
You were in 4th grade, and I was in 8th grade? Or no, you would have been 3rd grade?
No,
2002?
I was in 4th grade because it came out in January, and my
2002?
birthday's in March.
Okay,
So I'm
okay.
probably 4 years younger and some months than you.
Got it.
Not full 5, but yeah.
You
Yeah,
just
'cause
made
it was
yourself
after
older
9/11.
in my estimation.
Younger than you.
No.
No.
Because you took off some months. You were 5 years younger than me, but now you said you're 4 years and
All
some
right,
months.
Kirk, I'm going to the bathroom. Turn your volume up, Kirk.
5 years and some months. 4 years and some months.
Yeah, because you took away some months.
So I'm less younger than you.
You're less young. You were more younger, and you want to be more younger than me.
But I made myself less younger.
Correct.
Well, because I didn't want to fib about my age.
I don't think anyone's gonna check. So this was when you were in 8th and 9th grade. What were people reading and like talking about? And same question for you.
Lord
My
of Flies?
friends or the cool people?
I'm trying to
My
think.
friends were watching Drake and Josh, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Yes, even as a freshman in high school, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Wasn't one of the Paul brothers on that? Or which one?
I don't
What
know
are the
who-
Paul brothers?
Logan and Jake.
Oh, the Sprouse. The twins.
Oh, the Sprouse
Dylan
brothers.
And Cole Sprouse.
Oh.
Okay. Isn't one of them like a real actor now?
Ouch. Jeez.
Real?
Damn.
I'm sorry, they get paid lots of money for those Disney shows, but no one's gonna watch that unless they're forced to
Cole
by children.
Sprouse
Yeah.
is the bigger actor now. Like,
Okay.
he does more things.
He was the one in Riverdale.
Yes.
Okay, I watched.
I never watched that, but I know who's in it.
It's not good. I like some of the fun episodes. Did you read Archie?
It's
Were you
based
at-
off that, right?
Yeah,
Archie?
that's what I'm
Oh.
saying. That's what I'm
No.
asking.
Oh, I
Okay.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's based
Oh,
off Archie.
Archie comics.
Yeah.
Okay, I did know that. But I only know that because I like read it on an Instagram post, not because I'm actually familiar with Archie comics.
Yeah, me either.
Okay, what did people like watch when you were in 8th, 9th grade?
8th or 9th grade.
Which would have been around the same time as you because he's about 4 years and some
Right.
change younger than me. I
I
think.
don't
Maybe 5 years.
know. I don't know. Maybe Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, that's the only I can
You
Okay,
read
I
recall.
that-
just
you read
sounded
that
like
year.
such
Or
a
like
suburban mother when I
Catcher
said
of the
that.
Rye.
Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't read 700-page books unless they were Harry Potter at this age.
I mean, I was reading like Amelia Bedelia and maybe
No,
that was
you were
wait,
older
that was
than
like
that.
2nd grade.
Yes.
Oh, I read The Tale of Despereaux.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
that's
mouse one?
in between the ages we're talking about. Were you ever a Stephen King reader?
Oh God, no, too scary.
What?
Too scary. When I say I read really scary books, I mean like thrillers, like suspense scary, not books. I don't read fantasy horror, like demons and stuff like that. And I also don't read horror. I don't know. It's hard to explain because the books that I read, like, they will have like murder involved,
Sure.
but it won't be written in a creepy, graphic way.
Yeah.
It'll be written more like the detectives found the body in the forest and then we're trying to solve a mystery. Not like as he choked her, like not like that.
Are you afraid of demons and that sort of thing? Is like an idea in.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really believe in them, but I don't.
Oh,
like
it's
to say,
okay,
I don't like
because-
to say that out loud because then they might get me.
Because
So
they believe in
I
you.
kind of do believe in them. God,
See, that's what I was trying to do.
That's what I'm gonna say the next time someone
See, they
says
believe
they
you.
don't believe in ghosts. I'm gonna be like, oh, it doesn't matter.
They believe in
They
you.
will every night.
Big topics I wanted to hit. Not going to cover changes from the books. Getting whipped in prison annually.
Yeah, it's an annual thing, right? See you
Yeah.
next year?
To remind him
Yeah.
he's been there for a year. But I kind of thought during the movie, I'm like, I wonder if the warden Dorliac was kind of messing with him and would come in even after only like 8 months just to give him another beating. I don't know. Maybe in the book they describe that, but I'm like, could he really wait a whole year? He was
He's
a
got all the time in the
sociopath.
world.
He probably wanted to, yeah.
There's other people he can, whip.
Beat?
I assume in the
like,
the
yeah.
prison.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny because 2 years later, Jim Caviezel's getting whipped again as Christ. So
That was his audition
Wow.
tape for Passion of the
it
Christ.
sort of was. People brought it up at the time. They were surprised by it. What about comparisons to The Great Gatsby? I brought.
Oh, yeah, I can see some of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I totally thought that. I'm surprised I forgot to bring that up. I 100% thought that when he throws his first party at the Count of Monte Cristo. That was very Gatsby-esque. He's this very elusive man.
No. F. Scott Fitzgerald stole that from from.
Oh, he stole it?
Alex. Well, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying similarities between the
Yeah.
two. Because the Count of Monte Cristo is this very elusive character, like Gatsby.
Yeah.
When he throws the party, everyone wants to be friends with him, and nobody knows anything about him.
Right, yeah.
Because that was like a Gatsby takes place in the 20s, right?
I don't know.
1920s. So about 80 years after this. Because this is I guess this is taking place in the 18. It's taking place in 1805 to 1820s, 30s or something.
Well,
so
the
more
first
like 90s.
scene,
1805. Right?
1814.
Oh, it's 1814. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's when Napoleon was exiled to Elba, and then 6 months later, Edmond Dantes goes to Chateau d'If. He's there for 13 years, and then it takes another 3 years for him to get the treasure, so 16 years. So it would be 1830. Yeah, 1830s. So now wait a minute.
90 years later, we've got Great Gatsby. Have you read the Great Gatsby?
1830s. That's only 171 years prior to the terrorist attacks of 9/11.
Yes.
Going a while away.
Somebody out there is going to get
I saw it
a
coming.
clip reel. Someone saying 9/11.
They're like, why do they?
Laughing really hard.
Oh man.
Because this was a fantasy, like fantasy. It's not a fantasy, but it was like a fantastic adventure. Like that's why people would say the Count of Monte Cristo. It was escapism for the time, theoretically.
Being in prison?
Historic fiction.
Oh. Well, okay, hold on.
Yes. Are you making another connection?
No. Okay. I know, I did that tone of voice. But wait. So I've only ever seen the 2002 version of The Count of Monte Cristo. I've never even read the book.
There's a 1931 version too.
Yeah, I was going to ask,
I haven't
when
seen
did the very first movie come out for The Count of Monte
It would have been the 1930s because feature films weren't. Was that like 1910, 1920?
It was silent films all through the 20s, right? Or the teens.
And then if you've seen the movie Babylon, that's when they go from the silence to the talkies.
Okay, but still black and white until like The Wizard of Oz or something. Wasn't that the first color?
They did post-color on that?
No. It was real color, but it was one of the very first.
Okay.
Though, was
Because
Wizard
that's
of Oz.
39?
Yeah, it was 39.
Okay, but when was the book published of The Count of Monte Cristo?
1844.
1844. So 30 years after Napoleon was exiled.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was based off of a true story of like Pierre Piccadilly or something. He was the Edmond Dantes.
Yep.
He was the guy who was accused of treason, tortured, and then got released and like killed these people.
Oh.
But then Alexander Dumas romanticized the whole thing and said, I'll exaggerate and say he like became a count and to make it more interesting for the movie. And I might have gotten the name Pierre Piccadilly wrong. It might be something totally different. I just thought it was some French name, and I thought Pierre Piccadilly.
That's pretty good. That was a lot of confidence.
Is that where Piccadilly comes from? That doesn't sound right.
No, but that makes sense because 1934 was the Great Depression, so escapism. Oh no, you said it came out.
No, you're right. You're right. You're making a great point because 1929 is when the Great Depression starts. Because there's
that was a stock market crash.
Which gives
and the Depression was 33, 34. No, but you said
the conditions are bad for most of the 30s.
Right.
When the movie came out, it would have been the 1931. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I know a little bit more about history than I.
Well, I mean, we all like theoretically were public school educated at some point. So.
Yeah, but I was
All right.
You were a nerd.
Let me ask you guys a question. Where is Alaska?
Next to Canada?
Right.
Yeah.
When do you remember learning that Alaska was next to Canada? This is the problem I have with public schools.
When?
Like
what grade?
Well, I wasn't in elementary. I wasn't in public school when I learned it.
This is the problem I have with all schools, not just public schools.
I want to say first grade, maybe second.
Okay.
Do you remember?
I don't remember. It's one of those things I don't remember learning. Like I don't remember learning that.
Me too. Do you know when I learned where Alaska was? When my friend corrected me senior year of high school because she told me her brother and his friends were taking a road trip to Alaska, and I said, "Oh, that sounds fun. How are they going to get across the ocean?"
Is it because did it used to look like it was down to the left, right? Did they put it down there?
On the map, yeah.
And okay, is it embarrassing that I was 17 years old at the time? Yes, but here's my defense, okay? And it's a great defense.
All right.
Every single map. We didn't have globes sitting out in our classrooms. We had two-dimensional maps. Every single map, there was a little box down, kind of like to the west of Mexico that had Hawaii and Alaska in the box. Yeah. So it looks like Alaska is an island next to Hawaii. We would take geography quizzes where we'd have to fill in all the 50 U.S. states, and Alaska would be down there. So could I perhaps have had like the flu that one day in second grade when the teacher said, oh, Alaska's, by the way, Alaska's actually up by Canada, even though on every freaking map it's down by Hawaii. So yeah, if you can fit Canada on a U.S. map, why can't you put Alaska up there? Why? Why does it need to be down by Hawaii? It's so confusing. Yeah. So anyway, that's why. It took me till I was 17 years old.
Have you gone to Alaska?
No, I tried, but I ended up in Hawaii. Have you guys been to Alaska?
No, it's too cold.
Go to Alaska. It's cold there.
Yeah. This is close enough.
I know several people who moved there, and it's like, okay, good for you.
Isn't it all light half the year, all dark the other half?
Like the movie Insomnia? Yes.
Yeah, Insomnia,
I
it's like movie. All daylight for a month, and then 30 days a night, it's the dark for,
Oh,
if you want,
yeah. You got the reverse Insomnia and 30 Days of Night.
Yes, yeah.
Well, Insomnia is not a scary movie. It's a Christopher Nolan movie. Yeah, it's a Christopher Nolan murder mystery where Al Pacino is a detective. Who goes
Robin
to
Williams is the bad guy.
Okay.
Well, that's sort of a spoiler.
Yeah,
it's not a fucking spoiler.
I guess he is. You would find out his name is on the thing before you go in, but yeah.
You wouldn't know he was playing the bad guy.
You know he's the bad guy like 15 minutes in.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
It's not a spoiler.
How funny would it be if during the spoiler section of the podcast we just spoiled every other movie that wasn't the Count of Monte Cristo?
It happens all the time. Okay, here's some things. I don't like that he stages the thing to like test his son, who he thinks
the abduction.
Yeah, the faked abduction.
It's his only way in. I mean, how else would he get in? It's also, isn't that based off the book too? They borrowed that part from the book.
Well, of course.
It happens in the book.
That was a risk, though. Not the abduction part.
Yeah.
But when he invites the son back to his house for breakfast, because he's like, you must come for breakfast now, whatever. And then he's talking to Jacobo about the gold and Spada. That's risky because he's assuming this 16-year-old teenager is going to tell his father he overheard the Count of Monte Cristo say something about Spada. And then he's also assuming that then Guy Pearce is going to tell Chief Prosecutor Villafort about it, and that they're going to get Danglars, the first mate, in on it to steal the treasure. Like, there were a lot of, maybe the book explains it differently, but there were a lot of assumptions made to make sure his plan worked out accordingly.
Yeah.
Well, he knows that they're in pursuit of this and that they've been looking for it for years.
But also, without any cell phones back then, or even any phones at all, how did they communicate? Because, again, in the movie...
Letters?
Yeah, but they don't show the Count. They don't show Edmond Dantes overhearing that conversation where Mondego is scheming with... So it's like, how did...
Oh, they show the audience so that we understand. Right. Well, he knows they both screwed him over, and he could probably figure. I think he figures it out because he tells Richard Harris, Dumbledore, that like, oh, well, you probably got screwed because you told him this at this point, and that's when they're digging, and when he explains economics as the science of how production means
and
labor.
And then he says in simpler terms.
Dig first, money later.
Money later, yeah. I like that.
I like that they called economics a science because I went to an engineering school for finance and economics and was looked down upon by the engineers.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's not science. It's like it's math.
Right.
It's very much a science.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to do. One would think it's hard to do economic science. Then you have people who go, "No, you just talk to a guy who knows what's going to happen at the market, or your dad's the president, and then he makes comments that you can juice on Polymarket." I mean, that's economics.
But also, like, there's a lot of ways to think about economics. I could see the argument of someone saying it's a science. I could see someone saying that economics is like a philosophy of like the way that you see all these things intertwined. Like you could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that in the 1800s, the liberal education was we have economics as a spoke on the wheel, philosophy as a spoke on the wheel, and then geography and all these other things that are they're hard, sets of ideas. Less so with philosophy because it's maybe hard to, other than just to grasp a concept, you can't like point. There's a philosophy. Whereas you can show an economic system over time. You see, the boats are doing this because they make money from over here, and the banks lend. You can kind of point to it. Whereas like philosophy,
it's not as abstract.
You're like, I can point to the philosophy of I'm trying to think of one. Like, is fascism a philosophy?
No.
Or like, could you define philosophy? Because when he defines economics, I'm like, yeah.
Isn't philosophy just like the way of thinking, or like
a way of thinking?
I don't know how else you would define it.
Yeah.
I remember I took an intro to philosophy class in college, and that was dangerous for me because I'm already an overthinker. That I overcomplicated everything, and I would ruminate on and on. Well, but what if this? But what if this? And it actually hindered me. I got to a point where I used to always think that overthinkers were the people who would be the most successful in philosophy classes. No. But after discussion, I actually realized, people who are actually more like black and white, or like not simple-minded, that sounds like dumb, but like they
discreet
do better
in their thinking.
because they can accept like this, whereas an overthinker will never get an answer because there's always another branch to go off of.
Yeah. Any last thoughts on the Count of Monte Cristo? No,
I'd like to debate
9/11.
saints versus counts, which are better.
Saints versus counts?
Yeah, which is better, a saint or a count? You can use anything.
Count money? I don't know if a saint have a lot of money.
Ooh, there aren't rich saints. That's a good one. Other than the Super Bowl winning team, the New Orleans Saints.
Okay, sure.
Just saying.
All right.
Just saying.
But really, it doesn't matter what you are in the Count of Monte Cristo. That movie is all, if you have money, you can control anything. Yeah. You're above the law. I mean, you can get people arrested if you have money.
It's so much different today.
No, it's not.
Nah. That was sarcastic.
No.
You delivered that so like non-sarcastically.
I understand that, and then I was like, God damn it is a debate show. The problem is I don't agree with what I just said. So
I think I'd rather be a count, or I think counts prevail in the counts versus saints.
Okay, so just to teach him more, Count Dracula, not Saint Dracula. Just saying.
Well, what are the saints
Saint Joseph, Saint Peter? I don't know.
Okay, so saints are good, but do saints win? Because the good person doesn't always win. It's the person who can manipulate, the person who has more power, the person who can lie without feeling any ounce of guilt.
Yeah.
And saints can be bought, some can say. Yeah, they can be bought.
Saints can definitely be bought.
Are you born a saint?
No, you have to do things to achieve sainthood in the Catholic denomination.
Okay, so nobody is born good. Or born with sainthood.
Well, I mean, are we talking only in the Christian sainthood? Because I guess, I don't know, do Buddhists or Muslims don't really have saints, they have prophets. But that's a different thing. Both faiths have prophets. Are saints exclusive to Christianity?
Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about Christianity. I was just thinking saint as synonymous with like a good person.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking people be born good.
I think people are born good, and then they're being up by the world and life.
Do you think everybody is born good, and then some people get corrupted?
No, I think all people are born. I think all people are born with the capacity to commit evil, which some people call sin, and our animalistic instinct is to do things that are just wholly in our favor. But we learn to do good because, like, you would consider someone a saint who does good for others, right?
But why is it that people are more tempted by bad things than by good things? Why are people more tempted to I really want to do drugs right now, rather than I really want to donate to a food shelter. I have to donate. Why? We're so tempted by vices, but not by virtues. And I've always thought that was interesting. It's more tempting to do something bad, maybe because we associate something as bad as being more enticing.
Well, the
because
economics are like usually the vices have shorter term payoff, whereas virtues have longer term payoff.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
that's a good
instant.
point.
Like, I'm horny right now, I want to cheat on my wife, versus no, if I build a marriage over several years,
Right.
you know,
Well,
that's
and
a
also
long
Hillary
term.
Duff, Lizzie McGuire's married, so
She's remarried.
remarried.
Yeah, and I'm
Oh,
married.
you're right.
Yes. Yeah,
Wow,
you knew.
you know too much about Lizzie McGuire.
She's
Yeah.
the same age as me, so like when these things like, you know, celebrity news you don't
Yeah.
want to know, and then you're like in your 20s and you've forgotten about Lizzie McGuire and she's pregnant, and you're like, whoa.
I know sometimes I feel like I get like this shame or like embarrassment feeling when I'm on Instagram and I'm reading about relationships between celebrities and I get invested in it. And then I get to a point where I think like, oh my gosh, these people don't even know I exist. Like
Yes.
they don't know me.
Yeah.
And I'm reading about them like I'm friends with them. And then it just makes me think like, they don't even care about my life. Why should, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's called a parasocial relationship, and I mean, we're creating this so that people will do that with us. And, you know, hey, recreate having friends by listening to this podcast. Don't you wish you were a bar after?
That reminds me of a funny meme of like what I thought my 20s would be like, and it's a picture of like Monica, Ross, Rachel, all in the apartment, and then it's what my 20s actually were like, and then it's just the picture zoomed out, and it's just sitting alone watching the TV of Monica, Rachel, like you're just, and I'm like, that was my 20s. I watched Friends alone in my apartment, like.
Ben Farx, fourth Farx, he and I were roommates.
Is this real brother or?
He's one of the Farx brothers.
Oh God. Okay.
So they're my real brothers.
Yeah. Like they came
Here.
from the same mommy and daddy.
No.
Kirk, you have to release the clip of her saying, "Oh God," because that's how I feel about it.
Wait, I just realized it's inaccurate to say that, like, oh, you came from the same mom and dad. Because if you think about it, really, you only came
From the
the
dad.
father. I just thought about that now.
You only came from your daddy. So it's Ben Farx and I living together, and I'm watching
Please don't
the
cut that
Friends,
I won't.
the Friends series for the first time. Well,
Yeah.
I'd seen the second season once when I checked it out from the library in middle school, and other than
Okay.
that, hadn't seen Friends. So I speed ran the whole thing in like 2011, 2012.
And your sauna?
No, that was just in my living room, and Ben would hear it. He'd hear the fucking theme song come on. And he'd just be
Oh,
like,
what a good song.
no, sing it right now for us.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you're broke, your love life's DOA. Seems like you're always stuck in second gear when it hasn't been your day. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year, but and then
I'll
Wow.
be there with you.
when the
Kirk
rain
Farx.
starts, when the rain starts to fall,
Yeah,
Yeah.
or when the ship starts to call.
I listened to it 200 times. Don't remember. When I asked the question in my head, I was just going, "These days are."
Oh my God,
happy
it does
days."
have that vibe.
I guess I
Yeah.
couldn't break past that and just saw the Fonz in my head over and over. You know.
Oh my God, Friends had such inappropriate scenes, but
I remember my Sunday school teacher explaining that when I was in high school.
we watched an episode of Friends in high school too. I forget why, but no, but it's funny because in shows like The Office now, they're so much more blunt with their comedy. Like they just say like, you know, you look ugly or whatever, and then in Friends, there's you know, they don't explicitly say things. Like there's one scene where Rachel has a cookbook and she's like, oh, all these pages are stuck together. And Joey looks at Chandler and is like, Chandler.
Yeah, right.
And then, but like they don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
And I love one too where Ross is talking about his like, how he kissed like the school librarian. And if it was a girl talking about kissing the older male, but I guess they kind of got away with it maybe. But
I've had this debate before, because I don't care in that direction,
Yeah.
but I do care in
mean,
the other direction.
still bad. But
Yeah,
anyway,
illegal,
whatever.
yes, of course,
we
against the
didn't
law.
write the show, so we're just talking about it. But
Henry Cavill's not here to make you scandalous.
Ross is talking about how he like kissed the librarian and how it was beautiful and consensual and amazing, right? And they're making fun of him. They're like, your first kiss was with like they're like, didn't she walk around with a cane or whatever? And
I remember that.
What's the line? Yeah. Monica is like, wasn't she like 60? And Ross goes, no. And Chandler goes, well, was she 15? I don't know.
Have you seen any Friends?
Have I seen it? I mean, yeah, not recently. I've never
you watched it
rewatched.
at the
I've never
time
streamed
it
it.
was
I watched
on?
it when it was like broadcast. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't accept that. You?
Well, I think that's a great place to end it. I think that was a perfect end when Ash started singing the theme song. That was the top of the episode. That was a great end. Catch her interview coming up next. Thank you for listening. For more JK Productions, find us on Instagram at JK Productions Team and on Facebook, JK Productions MN.